Mountaineer faithful ready to go here in Morgantown. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the number 9 team in the country, the Auburn Tigers, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the West Virginia Mountaineers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Auburn will kick off to get us underway. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Line gets set, first down. To the ground with the back. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Rides to the back. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4.
Just a simple power play. Power football. Be strong, be big, be physical. Make it a fourth quarter game. Make them feel you, keep them off balance.
3rd and 6, and they'll need a big play here on this opening drive. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to get behind the defense. It's complete. A huge pickup. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Mountaineers. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they get it in with a huge play, an 80-yard touchdown pass. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's right on target. They make the stop right there. Good pickup and still short of the first down. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, Dave.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. They're getting this guy lathered up. Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. Got room at the 35. Still on his feet. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
And that's back-to-back now. We've seen this running back get it done on their opening drive of the game. That last carry got the first down. So if I'm the offensive coordinator right now, I love the way my O-line's playing, and I love the way this guy's toting the rock. I'm going to give it to him again.
Out of the gun, looking to throw. And that one is picked up in the end zone. That's why you love veterans in this defense. They stay locked in on their rules, and he made the pick.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And that defender was just smothering the quarterback on that screen attempt. You know, the QB's taught to hold on to it to the last possible second. He had no shot trying to negotiate that defender.
He picks up 4. That'll leave them with 3rd and 6. And the Mountaineers racing to the line in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Off to the races to the right. The 20. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, West Virginia. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
And if you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Running back searching for a hole. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Keeps the legs moving. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Sends his first one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollock.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. That's reeled in. It's Urlacher. Still on his feet at the 45. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
And he had to go a long way to reel that ball in. He started off way on the right, crossed the entire defense, made the catch on the other side of the field. There's an example of how this offense can really attack every corner of the football field.
The short hands, it's Gage. He threw that one with some serious heat. This senior quarterback doesn't need a lot of space to get it in there. The Mountaineers with the 1st and 10. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Fires into traffic, it's picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3 and out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out for.
Fires into traffic, intercepted. Touchdown, Mountaineers! The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Western Michigan is in front. They've been impressive today, but they still have to finish the job, and that is not a given. They're up by 7 over Cincinnati. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Auburn!
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
And they tacked on the extra point. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative and play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Quarterback checking the play. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. That one came in hot, and it's incomplete.
Well, on that incompletion, the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page. I mean, that wasn't even close.
Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The give to the back.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Well, the offense is trying to throw for it in their own end on 3rd down, and quarterback receiver not quite on the same page, and they're lucky because that was almost picked up.
That's the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. Makes a move. And there he goes. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers. That return man saw daylight the instant the ball touched his hands, and he darted to it and took it to the house.
And, Reese, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in football, to catch the ball as all these guys are flying around you, and you got to take it, make a miss, try to find spaces and creases that aren't there. Great job making a huge play. Special teams and punt returns coming up big.
Kickoff team takes the field after the punt return for the touchdown. Let's see what they've got in coverage now. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. West Virginia has it in the offense ready to go to work. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
It's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. To the air on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
It doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
They'll go with a direct snap. Shakes off the tackle. Gets it past the marker. Really nice, patient job to find some running room by this junior.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. The give to the lone running back. Worked his way to the 38 before they stopped him. It's a 5-yard gain, and that'll be a first down.
You know, you start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. Not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
And this senior quarterback knows he had a chance that time and just put a little too much on it.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. The play action fake. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
We're only in the first half already. This guy's got 2 TD passes, so you could see the defensive coaching staff on the sideline telling this D-line, guys, we got to get after this guy. We have to affect his rhythm and not let him be so comfortable back there. Right there, they were able to get after him. Let's see if they can keep it up.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. It's caught. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for me.
Ball's at the 29. They'll keep the offense out there and go for it. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty.
6-9-1, Gators score.
They'll try the run. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Got enough space, and you race it to the house. Touchdown, Mountaineers. A methodical drive, soul-crushing, spirit-breaking, and it ends in a touchdown.
And listen, I know everybody wants the big plays, the big, long touchdowns and all that stuff, but putting a drive together like that is very difficult to do time and time again, and it's demoralizing for the defense. Great drive by the offense.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Got a man in the middle.
Man, how about the first half this guy's having? He already has 2 touchdowns, picks up a huge first down right here. On defense, you're going to have to find a way to control this guy. You're going to have to make some big-time adjustments at halftime.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Wide receiver coming across in motion. They'll throw it on 1st down. Trying to get to it. He'll pull it down and run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, just nowhere to go there. And it started in the pocket. It was collapsing. Quarterback felt it, so he tried to get outside, make something happen himself, but give the defense tons of credit. Excellent job in pursuit. They're able to give up no gain.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Nice job playing assignment football by that defensive end. Knowing what my job is, not letting that quarterback get out, get loose, making a good play, and most importantly, being there in the right spot and getting him on the ground.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. It's complete. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
When you get man coverage, you definitely like taking advantage of the inside really quickly, running a nice slant rack real quick, being physical, getting on the inside, quarterback putting it right on the money.
Discards a man.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense, because 3rd down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
The Tigers getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. He's got his man. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Makes the catch. And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2. Auburn to the line in a hurry. They'll run it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
and you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defensive coordinators will tell you, we'll give up yards, but we've got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Motion from the offense. Quick pass on the jet motion. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? He's looking to throw. Snags it. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
They're bringing heat. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
Number 3 in the end zone.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, it's a final now in one of the more intriguing games of the week, that notable top 25 clash. NC State delivered the knockout blow early in this one, en route to the type of win that can turn some heads there in the ACC. Trust me when I say the party is on in Raleigh. Going to be interesting to see what the fallout from this one is for one ranked team, while the other figures to get a bounce when the new rankings come out, guys.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. They'll immediately call timeout. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Quarterback will audible. Wants to throw on 1st down. They're trying to get to it, and the ball's free in the backfield. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you've got to have 2 hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job with ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
Comes out throwing on 1st down. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
On 2nd down, he'll fire. Got it behind the line. It's Briggs. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. He wants to throw. He makes the grab. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give him a 1st down. The Tigers want to crank the tempo. Running back goes in motion. Going up top on 1st down. Dances away. Trying to buy a little time, and he cannot, but he does get it back closer to the line of scrimmage. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. From the gun, running back on the move. Headed to the end zone. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one. He's looking to throw. Caught near the sticks. It's Miles. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. We trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Trying to find his man on first down. Moving out of the pocket. He throws one to the left. Makes the grab, gets the foot down, just precision execution on that big play. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Mountaineers will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Paul? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Give to the running back. They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
I tell you what, with this kind of success on the ground, I think you two knuckleheads could call plays. I mean, that's how easy it is for this offense right now. They got the ground game working. It's really easy. Now you can open up for other things, but you guys could even try your hand because they're dominating right now.
Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand this, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options. He's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that second lead.
On second down, wants to throw it. Quickly complete. At the 35, he's loose. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
They'll throw it on first down. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Tigers. They looked finished, but they're all the way back, and they have the lead. How about this Tiger quarterback etching his name alongside the greats and maybe wearing out Aubie with extra push-ups after all these points?
And you just think about those guys having those kind of days as Nick Marshall, Cam Newton, just superstars at the position. That's what kind of day he's having so far.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. The give to the tailback. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And it's just simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They give it to him again. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31. Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Here's the give off the left side. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short. The Mountaineers will try to pin them back with the punt. He might just try to kick it away from the return man because he housed the first one. Makes the catch at the 30. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working.
Looking for a deep man. And he's got it at the 15-yard line. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. After ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 13. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Oh, this defense wants to bring some pressure. Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. He makes a grab into the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn!
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. West Virginia has it in the offense ready to go to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Got it in the middle. It's Urlacher. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. And he just continues to put up numbers, and that number is now over 300.
This guy just threw...
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. Catch in the middle, it's Gage. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Running behind that left side. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. And the Mountaineers moving quickly to the line. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, West Virginia. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ballgame and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do. But step one accomplished.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. brings that Auburn offense onto the field again. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
You know, one of the tricky parts with play action for a quarterback is that when you turn your back to the defense to sell the play fake, you have no idea what's going on behind you. You don't know what the coverage has become, and you don't know which D linemen have won their one-on-ones. The worst thing is you turn around after the play fake, and bam! That defender's right in your face.
Feeling some heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Pressure coming. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. Auburn sends out the punting unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He gets a block, and the punt team able to sling him to the ground. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down. The offense in hurry up mode.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
Complete in the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the 1st down.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This QB has had a lot of success all day long, throwing for so many touchdowns, looking very comfortable. Finally, the defense gets to him. Finally, the defense gets a win. They needed something to go their way. Got to start getting some more hits on this guy.
They'll run it from the gun. Got some room headed to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Mountaineers. Ready to try the point after. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Power football with the run. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the 3rd. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. They think there's room to run to the right here. At the 35, he's got room. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Runs through the tackle. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the 1st down. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking for space. It's Briggs. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Win with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. They'll go to the ground. They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the 1st down.
How nice is it as a play caller when you've got a running back as good as this guy, right? I mean, you can just dial up conservative run calls. Nothing has to be too tricky, too fancy. You just know he's going to go make good things happen. Even when it's not blocked properly, he is still finding ways to rip off long runs. This guy now has over 150 yards rushing in the game. Doesn't look like he's slowing down.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. The inside handoff. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. Finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
He'll pull it down. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely.
Well, I'll tell you, he picked a good time to have his longest run of the day. Really nice job there, feeling the pressure, buying himself some time, and then taking off and getting north. And just so gifted when he's in the open field. That's going to really give a jolt to his offense.
They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. He's looking to throw. Touchdown, Tigers! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th. That dude's really big. How in the world did they lose him?
Because down here he does a lot of blocking, and you play a lot of man coverage in the red zone. And what do? Peek in the backfield, and you lose the big fella. I don't know how he lost that big of a guy, but he lost him.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man.
And the ball is picked off. Looking for more room. Smacks him with the stiff arm. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity. A 1st down for the offense. On the ground with the counter. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
And this defense has to step forward. Not only do they have to get a stop, they've got to do it quickly to keep that time from running down. He'll set up to throw. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Quarterback just has to be more aware of the situation. 1st down, goal-to-go situation. You cannot take a sack. So the QB, if no one's open, you got to make sure you're throwing that ball out of the end zone, helping your offense out.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wide out in motion. Looking to throw on 2nd down. And it's caught! Touchdown, Tigers! With that last score, things comfortable here in the 4th as they are headed to a 7-1 record. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. The kickoff unit about to go to work.
56, West Virginia, 42.
He's going to try his luck from the end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
And he's running in the open. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
You know, you just can't coach toughness in quarterbacks. This guy's been sacked multiple times in this one, and on that last play, he gets drilled again, but he delivers a strike. I'll tell you what, this guy's going to be in an ice bath after the game.
After the incompletion, looking at second down. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Back to the air one more time. Quickly out to the tight end. He makes the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a first down. This guy's having a game that feels like half a season for some. He's over 450 yards.
And he is so dialed in with his offensive coordinator and play caller with what they want to do and how they want to attack this defense. It seems like every single snap, he's read the coverage. He knows exactly where to go with the ball.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. It's complete, and he will score. Touchdown, Mountaineers. Two-point conversion attempt is on the way. He's looking to pass. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Well, head coach obviously decided it was best to go for 2 points right there. They didn't get it, and you just wonder if chasing the points is going to hurt this team later in the game.
They still need a touchdown and two-point conversion to tie, and they'll go for the onside kick here in the fourth. They got it, able to recover the onside kick, and they get the offense right back out there. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Now the offense will try to run out the clock with the lead. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6. Here comes the offense on 2nd down.
And the defense is going to have more plays like that. He has had a ball game so far, running wild all day long. Defense finally comes up with a stop. Maybe get a little momentum here.
Over 100 yards already in this game. So if I'm on defense here, I'm adding more guys to the box, anticipating that they're going to continue to give this guy touches today.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. He's able to fight his way for a couple of yards, but it'll be 4th down and 3. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They'll immediately call timeout. Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He'll try to do it himself. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking for space, it's Briggs. He's knocked down in the backfield, a swarming defense, and he'll lose 7. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. These corners going to give these receivers some space. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Working that left side now. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with a lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
Fighting off the defender. Flicks away another tackle. Touchdown, Auburn. He would not be denied. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
He'll bring it out. It's Urlacher. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. West Virginia has it in the offense ready to go to work. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
He wants a big play here late. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, West Virginia.
And this is always an interesting spot for me now because you're going to have to go for 2 regardless. I don't know if it's now or if it's later when you score, but at some point you're going to have to pull the trigger. So that's a you decision, but nice job by this offense getting the touchdown now to give yourself.
And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. First down for this offense. And the quarterback takes a knee. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game, David. This was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are ahead of defenses. In this game, it was no different.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.